The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Coming back to you another one. Motivational Monday here at Cousin Ed's Corner. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Actually, it's Memorial Day. No, I'll say Memorial Day. It is Labor Day weekend. And hopefully you have the day off. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself with friends, family, and loved ones. Just wanted to come to you real quick. I am traveling and on the road and doing a bunch of different things. So I wanted to make sure I get this done and make sure that I get the show out early. So hopefully y'all get a chance to hear it early and get the rest of your day to yourself and enjoying it with your friends and family. So had a great conversation yesterday. You know, Sundays Sunday morning meditation. It's still early, so excuse me. I do Sunday morning meditation. So I had a chance to take my son out and have a conversation with him yesterday. And it was interesting. It was great to be with him, but interesting as a whole. And I want to share part of it with you. I may post some pictures. I may post part of the video that we did, but I want to share part of it with you. I want to talk today about your God-given gifts and talents versus God's blessings. All right? God-given gifts and talents versus God's blessings. Many of us have God-given gifts. God gave us the ability, for me, I have height, right? I have height and size and everything else, right? I have the ability to analyze and break things down. I don't think that's a talent. I think God gave me that curiosity out the womb, right? Even before I was born, He gave that to me, right? But when you have those gifts and those talents, you have to use them, right? So this conversation came about, we were talking about, you know, I'm an early bird. I like to get up early. And we talked about some of the things that you can do when you wake up early, and especially like meditating, doing your worship, just getting a lot of stuff done, working out instead of putting things off. And as I went to explain to him about the talents you have and using them, that God allows us to have these talents, but He wants us to use them. And the time that we don't use them, yes, you need rest. Yes, you need to sometimes get away, you know, mental breaks and everything else. But He wants us to be productive. He wants us to sow. He wants us to help others. He wants us to prosper. And yes, He may gift us with certain things, right? He may gift you with a friend or family member who comes and helps you when you need help. But he wants you to also use your mind to innovate, and help yourself. When I say that is, if you were alone on an island and you did not do anything to help yourself, you would die. You would die. But he gives you the intuition to say, how do I create a fire? If I rub these two branches together, right? How do I feed myself? I sharpen this same branch and kill a fish, or get an animal, or I'll eat these leaves. Are these leaves good for me? He gives you the intuition, right? As I was explaining to my son that a lot of things, he's talented, very talented. I, as a dad, I know I may be pushy or whatever else, but I, as a dad, see so much potential in him. And I would hate for him not to use all of his potential. And I explained to him about his God-given gifts and talent versus him using them and not just letting them sit. Many of us have so many God-given gifts and talents that we let sit. We let sit idle. And I don't think that it's right. I would say right. Who am I to say what's right and what's wrong, right? Who am I to say in due time, or not to say in due time? Or who am I to say that my way is the right way? I could be totally wrong. Many times I am totally wrong. But I would rather err on the side of being wrong than err on the side of what was missed. I would rather be on the side of erring, of being wrong, than what was missed. When I was back in high school, I went to a basketball camp, and a coach came and he gave a speech, and he said, the one thing you don't want to hear someone once say is how much talent he had, the potential he had. When somebody talks about you as a player, they want to say, oh man, he played. Oh, when I saw him, it stuck with me, right? Now, today, can I think back and say, oh man, I had so much potential, I didn't do X, Y, Z? Yes, because I live with those thoughts, the regrets. People don't like to admit regrets, right? If I would have spent more time working out, focusing on my craft at the time, instead of using remember what I started with, my height and my size, how talented could I have been? I got to admit to myself and not just try to look it over, but God has a plan for everybody, and, whatever his plan is, you got, no. That's not, at least not my belief. I do believe God has a plan. It has written. I believe all of that stuff. But he wants you to choose what direction you're going to go in. I believe he gives you a choice. The easy street, the hard streets, what direction you want to go in. And sometimes he puts you in hard places just to see how you're going to come out of it. The challenges of life. Now, once again, I'm going to say, I am not perfect. I just gave you a story about how I know I'm not perfect. Back then, I focused on working, making money, and not focused on playing more ball and getting better. I thought that my talents were good enough to get me, everybody had hoop dreams, but get me somewhere. Now, I was fortunate enough, God blessed me enough to get me to go to school free. But imagine if I would have just put a lot more effort into the talent he gave me, the opportunities he gave me. I talked to my son about opportunities. Many of us, we walk in his grace, right? We walk in his grace. And I'm toying around the conversation a little bit because I probably shared a video of some of the clips that we took yesterday. But when you have angels around you, that's God's gift. Maybe that your gift, right? That he blesses you with X, Y, Z. But sometimes you have to go to the mud and get it for yourself and walk in and prove yourself to many people. That's your gift, right? And that I ain't taking away from God, but that's a gift he gave you. That's the preparation you have to put in. That's the knowledge you have to show and prove. But sometimes God gives you the opportunity to have doors open for you. And it's his gift to you. And what you do with it is on you. But being able to be around and have God open doors, have God just make a way out of no way, that's a gift. And we must remember those gifts. We must thank him for those gifts. Fam, I thank God for all of the gifts that he has bestowed upon us. But let's also prepare, be prepared, be ready, go in the extra mile. Now, if 5 a.m. ain't for you, maybe it's 6. If 6 ain't for you, maybe it's 7 when you get off work. Maybe it's something, right? And I'm saying working out because something me and him joke about, or doing your studies, or getting your class work done. Whatever it is you need to do extra, right? Whatever it is you need to do extra. Getting into the Bible, going to church, going to Bible study. Whatever it is you need to do extra, you've been wanting to do it. You know in the back of your head that I put everything off for it. Let's start trying to do it. Today is a new day. We can all start trying to do it. Okay, I want to read this new chapter, this new book. I want to make sure I finish it by, the end of the month. Those things, the things that you want to do, he allows you to do. He prepares you to do. He gives you the opportunity to do. Let's step out and take those opportunities. Let's turn our gifts and talents into testimonies of how much he allowed us to do. And sometimes, before I go, sometimes you will fall short, but at least you can say, I put my all into it. I did everything. It just wasn't my time. It just wasn't my time. He didn't put it. I thought maybe I was trying to move before he wanted me to move. It wasn't my time. But at least I'm on the other side of it, saying that I did everything. If you like this show, definitely be sure to like, follow, subscribe, share, all those things. Pushing for the YouTube. Be sure to go out to the YouTube channel, Cousin Ed's Corner, and subscribe there as well. Love each and every one of y'all that you can do about it. I'm out of here. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Cousin